Alright, welcome into another episode of The Skill of Chance. This is being kind of weird over here, so I'm going to hope this works. But we're going to pretend it is working, because that's the best way to go, is just doing it and pretending it's working without testing it. My name is Cody. Thank you for joining me today. If you are on Spreaker, which a lot of you are, I appreciate that. You can find me on YouTube at The Skill of Chance. We got a couple smaller videos up there, shorter videos of different things to hopefully help you learn something, or maybe teach you something you didn't know. And if you're listening, or if you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching. You can go ahead and find me on Spreaker at The Skill of Chance. If you don't want to watch necessarily this part of it, you would rather just listen, that's fine too. We got a couple good things coming up on the show today, but we'll start with Villanova, and we're not going to spend too much time on it because honestly I was bored to tears and I went to bed in the start of the second half, or right around the start of the second half. Once I knew Villanova kind of had it in the bag, I was out. I really could have cared less. I knew I had a -6. I knew they were going to get it. It was just fine. It's crazy that line ran to almost 7 before the start of the game. I think it was 6.5, pushing 7. Some people had it at 7. Bovada probably had it at 7. And it was wild. I mean, you got it either way. And it just wasn't a good game, very anticlimactic. Michigan just isn't the draw that I think other teams might have been. I know the stadium itself was probably 80% Michigan fans, and that was great. But unfortunately, when Villanova won, I mean, you could hear echoes in the arena. It just wasn't a big deal. No one really cared, and I was one of those people. But good for Villanova, winning the championship 2 out of the last 3 years, I believe, which is great for them. That's slowly becoming a powerhouse over there, or I guess not slowly. I guess they are a powerhouse there, and kind of building a tradition there, which is neat. I like seeing that stuff. I like rooting for greatness. I like rooting for greatness, and I like rooting for chaos, and that's what this tournament was, right? We got the chaos with this UMBC. We got the chaos with Loyola, which would have been great if they were playing last night, but they weren't. And we got the greatness with Villanova doing their thing, Kansas making it back. Unfortunately, Duke, UNC not quite making the same run, but I like rooting for that, and we got that. We got greatness out of Villanova, and we got the win at -6. We were 2-1 on the day yesterday, with Bartolo Colon getting us the loss because that game went under, and I didn't anticipate him pitching as well as he did, but that's Bartolo for you. I mean, he has played for just about everybody in the league, and he has those games, right, where he plays really well and he puts it all together, and then he has other games where he doesn't quite put it all together, and he gives up 8 runs in the first inning. So good for him, and glad he's still around. He's always a character to watch. It's not going to be as much fun not watching him hit. He's not going to get the opportunity to hit as much, but with the more interleague play, that hopefully we'll get some quality Bartolo at bats. And that guy's just a character, man. I mean, those Mets or not even when he was most recently with the Mets, man, he made some incredible quote unquote highlight reels, and he had some great plays too. He's known for a lot of great plays there with the Mets, but some of those at bats and his home run was just. It took the world by storm. I don't know how that's not still a SportsCenter top 10 play, but anyway, enough harping on a loss. That was tough going 2-1, but we got the Villanova win, and we were fine with that. Moving on to today's picks, because other than that, I have no news that I really want to cover, because not too much exciting going on out there. So I figured today I will give you my first pick of the day, because I only have one to start the day, and then once I get that first one, there we go. Well, let's take a look and see if I can find a few more, and I will take you kind of through that strategy, I guess. It's not really a strategy, but I'll take you through what I like. But my first pick of the day, actually I have a second pick, but it's more for my enjoyment, and I think it will come to fruition. But I do have the Yankees and the Rays under 8, under 8.5. I think about the half. Yep. And that one's middle of the second. That one's bottom of the second now. So that one's doing just fine. We parlayed the Yankees to win that as well in a second pick, where we didn't have as much. I just did a video on parlays where I kind of went over that, so I won't dive too much into that. But we do have the Rays Yankees under, separate bet, and then we have the Rays Yankees under and the Yankees winning outright in a parlay. So we have that going on. And then I also have the Lightning winning tonight. They are -121 in their game against the Boston Bruins. Should be a real big game. Mostly excited just to watch it, but if I could put some money on it, because I think the Lightning will win. I think they're 0-3 in their last 3 against Boston. I think the Lightning end up coming out on top. They're starting to get healthy. They're playing better. They're not necessarily winning, but they are playing better. Their last game in Boston a couple weeks ago, Not even got last week. They should have won that game, and I'm astounded that they didn't. They got screwed over by a goalie interference call. And then they did get blown out by Nashville, which was really disappointing, but I think they still played okay. And, obviously coming from a biased fan, so I wouldn't necessarily put a lot of stock in what I have to say there. Going into baseball and what we're looking at for today, Seattle and San Francisco just started. That's really disappointing. I meant to look that one up, and I'm really mad that I didn't, because I think that one's going to be an over 8.5. But basically what I do is I'm looking at Seattle, San Francisco, which was a game that I caught my eye, and the way games catch my eyes come and go, and I won't necessarily get into that, but let's just do it for the sake of the podcast. We're going to go to baseballreference.com, and when we go there, we can look up what we see in the starting pitchers. Starting pitchers is everything for me. Yeah, offense is important, but I know who has a good offense and who doesn't. And all right, so we're gonna look up. Let's start with Mr. Blatch. He shut out the Dodgers last game. I mean, he was technically their ace. He was their opening day starter after Bumgarner went down. So we're looking at. Let's look at last year. Let's see how he did last year. We're going to go on baseballreference.com. We typed in his name, and I actually couldn't have told you his name was Ty, but now we know. And we're going to get into his pitching splits from 2017, which I know how to do. I had a 4.78 ERA last year, but I don't know why it won't let me open up. Oh, this is getting awkward because I can't open up the his games last year. Now, what I'm looking for from his games last year was how did he do when things were towards the end of the year is kind of what we're looking at. We don't put a lot of stock into that. We are looking at that 4.78 ERA, and we are looking at, I would like to know, just it's blowing my mind, man. I'm not saying that I'm getting mad, but okay. I'm going to do it on my phone because that's the way I know how to do it. We go to baseballreference.com. And this game's already started, but I kind of want to show you what I'm looking for. Ty Blatch. Or Black. Anybody know how to pronounce that name, by the way? Can you tell me if it's Ty Blatch or Ty Black? B-L-A-C-H is Blatch, right? Hard C-H as in, like, I don't know what it would be as in. Okay, so, more on Ty Blatch. Do we have that on this page? This is all going downhill. And we don't have more on Ty Blatch on this stupid page. Pitching, 2017. Ty Blatch. I'm going to go with Blatch. He is a Caucasian. Which doesn't mean anything. Looking at his few starts last year, he didn't pitch a full season. His last 3 games, he gave up 3 runs, 7 runs, and 5 runs. Looks like he started out the year actually very well. I mean, as a reliever. I get it. So as a reliever, he did pretty well except for 1 free earned run inning. Other than that, he threw a bunch of blanks, and it looks like he got his first start, gave up 2 runs, then no runs. Another very hit or miss guy. Let's see. Now we go to the Mariners. We'll check out Gonzalez. Oh. What do you mean you don't have them? There's a bunch of them. Surely you could find them. Maybe it's this guy. Miguel? Was it Miguel or Marwin? This is why I need someone else. I'm going to say it's Miguel, right? So the app that I'm using, and OddsShark is a great way to go, and I'm going to kind of steer away from doing what I'm doing now because it's not making for great content. And I'm just going to go back to posting my picks on Twitter at CTibs81. That's CTIBBS81. The Cubs play the Reds at it's a 6:40 start. That's John Lester going on the mound for the Cubs. Got the White Sox and Blue Jays. Those are 2 that catch my eye there. Matt Harvey starting for the Mets, home against the Phillies for their home opener. Great. Is that their home opener? That might not be their home opener. That's definitely not their home opener. Is it their home opener? Man, this is just going downhill. But that's all right. We're going to throw it out there. Anyway, Justin Verlander back on the bump against Baltimore. That's a real shame, man. We can get the under 9 with Houston and parlay that with a Houston win because Houston is minus 230. Clayton Kershaw back on the bump. Man, it's going to be a great night for baseball. I'm going to post my picks on Twitter tonight at CTibs81. Leave a comment and make sure you get your picks in. But I'm going to make a video here soon on the best sites to use for getting your research done. And obviously, I like baseballreference.com. They have absolutely everything. But from a gambling perspective, OddsShark is great. OddsShark is an amazing way to go. They have everything you need on there. I'm not even, if you want to use covers or sports action or whatever the other ones are, you can use them. I'm just telling you, I really do like OddsShark because they give you the odds on all. They give you the odds on all the sites, right? And you want to shop your lines as much as possible. And OddsShark gives you everything. So they'll give you all the percentages you need, average goal score. I mean, they give you everything. And I really use it for hockey a lot. I don't know why, but when it comes to OddsShark, it's pretty much just for hockey. And then when it comes to baseball, it's Baseball Reference and Sports Action. And then for covers, I use football. Or for football, I use covers. So I'm kind of all over the board, and it kind of depends. But a lot of people have their preference on their own site. So go ahead and figure it out. Get used to finding your own site. You do need a place to go. Don't go to Twitter. Don't go to recent news stories. Don't go off your own mind. Find a site that can help you out. There's a bunch of those sites out there that will give you plenty of information and tell you what you need to know. And that's your best bet. I told you I'd keep this one a little bit shorter because it's been horrible for news lately. I think I'm going to stop it here. Leave a comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you want information on how I necessarily make my picks, and I'll do a better job of preparing ahead of time for doing that. I thought it would be a lot easier, but not having Seattle's pitcher in there and then the desktop version on here not being the same as mobile, it just all threw it through a loop, and so there's a lot of dead air, so I do apologize for that. My name is Cody. Again, find me on Twitter at CTibs81. That's CTIBBS81. Hey, let me know what you want to go on the back wall here. I got a lot of stuff that I should put up. What needs to go on this man cave wall? Let me know. Again, I appreciate you watching.